Hello, dear students. How you all are doing? Hope all are good, very good, in fact, and all are ready for your chemistry lecture today. So today we will be starting with our new chapter, that is chapter 2, and it's physical and chemical changes. And I guess, very much reading. I guess it's the page number 10. So be attentive, have a pencil in your hand, and open book page 10. And let's start our today's discussion. This is the introduction of the chapter, that is the first paragraph, first column, students. Changes are an integral part of nature. They take place every moment around us. Common examples are the melting of ice, freezing of water, ripening of fruit, the digestion of food, and the growth of plants and animals. So they have given few of the examples randomly here. In this chapter, we will learn about changes systematically. Systematically means on the basis of some rules and ideas, the changes are also grouped, they are classified, that we will be reading one by one. Types of changes, another main heading. The changes may be classified in various ways. The first, classification you can say is of reversible and irreversible changes. So the name is telling us. The first definition has come. You can number the definition. That is the first definition in the pink box. You can mark it also. It's better. A change is said to be reversible when the opposite change can be brought about by reversing the conditions, right? So reversing the conditions, like, we must know about it. Like ice melts on being heated. Okay, so here heat, its reverse will be cool, heating, cooling, right? And water freezes on being cooled. Thus, the change of ice into water and that of water into ice are reversible. So are the vaporization of water and the condensation of water vapor. So we can say that when a change can be reversed, but on reversing the conditions, it's a reversible change. In fact, all changes in state of matter are reversible. Why? Why all changes in state of matter are reversible? It is because only the state changes, like from solid to liquid, liquid to gas, or again from gas to liquid, but no composition of the matter changes, no of its molecule changes. So we can say that it is only a change in state. So are the changes like the glowing of an electric bulb and the heating of an electric iron and heater. And the bulb's glow vanishes, disappears, and the iron or the heater also cools down when the electric current is switched off. So switching on is the first condition, and reverse will be switching off. Figure 2.1 is showing you the heating and cooling of a heater's element, right? So if I ask you what is heater's element, I mean, it is not the naturally occurring substance or an element of the periodic table. Like in a simple or a general language, I can tell you that heater's element is the part of an electric heating device or an appliance in which the electrical energy is transformed into heat. So that is how these electrical appliances work. So it is one of the examples shown and mentioned here. So please mark it. And the next second definition which has come, just mark it. A change is said to be irreversible when the opposite change cannot be brought about by reversing the conditions. Fine. It is opposite of reversing the irreversible changes. For example, milk can be changed into curd, but curd cannot be changed back into milk. Okay. And on being heated, sugar gets charred. Charred means what? Like when the sugar crystals are burned continuously, they ultimately turns into a very black mass. Okay, and this black mass is made up of the element carbon. You will be studying about this in your high classes. So basically here we must know that we cannot get back sugar crystals from this black mass. So it is an irreversible change. So this is what is being discussed in this para. Other common examples of irreversible changes are the burning of coal, wood, petrol, or kerosene. You can mark all these examples and number them also. So a rough idea is there that how many examples are discussed. And then photosynthesis in plants, and digestion of food in a body, the clotting of blood. So and what is clotting of blood is like, it's a prevention of excessive bleeding, when any blood vessel is injured. So once the blood is clotted, then it is the excessive bleeding is stopped. And the growth of plants and animals is also the example mentioned here. The figure 2.2 is also showing you the growth of a plant is an irreversible change. So here I just want to uh, say that, like last week, I guess we have observed International Earth Day as well. And if you're having time at home, it's all your choice. But it will be interesting also that if you can plant few of the coriander or a fenugreek seeds, and you can see that after a few days when you see a little plant coming out of the seeds, you can see that you cannot get back the seeds from that plant. So it is an irreversible change, and it could be a kind of an activity like, a plantation for our earth also. Good. So if you want to try. And the next classification is desirable and undesirable changes, right? So some changes are useful to us, as the name is suggesting, and are therefore desirable. Example, the ripening of fruit, growth in living beings, and the changes involved in cooking. So there are three separate examples mentioned here. On the other hand, some changes are harmful and are therefore undesirable, like the rusting of iron, the spoiling of food, earthquakes, cyclones, and volcanic eruptions are some examples of undesirable change that can cause damage on a very massive, very very large scale. Fine. So you can number them also. What are the numbers and the examples are mentioned here. And one of the biggest undesirable change, I guess, the whole world is experiencing right now, that we all are also observing. So you can understand like what type of change is desirable, useful to us, and what type of change is not useful to us. Fine. So till here, mark the example, students, and go through your definitions. And one more thing I want to say, that suppose if there is any back question based on these definitions, direct questions like what is an irreversible change or reversible change, I guess when we are reading the chapter, we are marking each and everything. Most of us are able to write the direct asked questions. Like in the previous chapter also, if the question is asked, what is an atom or a molecule or an element or a compound, I guess we discussed the definitions, then the definitions are also given in the points to remember. So the direct questions or the direct statement based questions can be written very easily if you really go through your pages and the topics carefully. So till here, just read it carefully, students. Fine.